Hello world of YouTube. Recently I've been listening to a lot of Kid Cudi. And it's no surprise that he's been kind of dropping shit here and there, and I figured I'd talk about his two recent singles that are both collaborative efforts with two very different artists that portray a very different idea. I'm talking about the Scots and the Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady. One that sees him collaborating with him, one of his prodigies, someone who clearly took a look at the blueprint Cudi was toying with and injected a lot of modern sounds into it, Travis Scott. And the other, one of the most iconic rappers in the genre who continues to get shat on by the blogosphere left and right, Eminem. I'm no stranger to talking about Eminem's music across the board. Pretty sure it's public knowledge at this point that I think he's a little overrated. And when the announcement of the Scots came out, I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. You know, I like Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott's cool. I think he's got some cool ideas that he toys with sonically. And him and Kid Cudi sound like a match made in heaven. Whereas the Eminem announcement kind of came out of left field. Both projects have their own huge wave of promotion behind them. There's, like, Travis Scott and Kid Cudi were all about pushing the Scots, and now there's merch and shit being made of this Eminem Kid Cudi track. It's weird, because Cudi has kind of been in a new renaissance post coming back with Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying. You know, he's done the whole Kids See Ghosts venture with Kanye that is seemingly going to be an even bigger endeavor because of the cartoon that's being made. And now he's got all these other big collaborative singles, so who knows what the future really holds for Kid Cudi. But I will say, I'm kind of excited, because I really liked Passion, Pain, Demon Slaying. I thought it was a good return to form for Cudi. I enjoyed Kids See Ghosts a lot. You guys know that. I talked about it on the channel. And today, I'm going to be talking about these two singles. Now, I've been doing a lot of build-up in this sort of preamble, because it's big news. You know, anytime Eminem works with anybody, seemingly it's huge music news. And him working with Cudi is just fucking weird, because they're two very different vibes. You know, Travis and Cudi, I could listen to a whole project of those two doing shit together. You know, if something more came of the Scots, I'd be okay with that, because the song The Scots has this beautiful melding of sounds. You know, Travis and Cudi sound great together. The instrumental is super spacey in the way you would expect both Cudi and Travis Scott to sound. They both complement each other in very, you know, harmonious ways. You know, Scott's verse ends and Cudi's almost swoops right in to kind of follow through with the layup and conclude the song with a cool sound. You know, I love that the song kind of has this extended synth outro that continues to add to the atmosphere. My biggest complaint with the song is that it's way too fucking short. You know, it almost seems like just a proof of concept. Just a, hey, here's what it would sound like if Travis Scott and Kid Cudi did like a full melding of the minds, fucking Wonder Twins type song together. And it's great. It's beautiful. I love the aesthetic to the production. I love Travis on it. I love Cudi on it. It's just a general great tune. And again, I hope a lot more comes of it, personally. I like the aesthetic of the art. I like all of what they're cooking with together. And again, it seems like a match made in heaven that comes together beautifully. Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady, however, it's a weird fucking song. It's a really weird song. You know, the beat's fine. It's nothing too bold, which makes sense because, I mean, I don't think M would work well over Cudi production. I don't think Cudi would work well over M production, so it kind of meets somewhere in the middle. It's got a nice punchy drum to it. Cudi's flow sounds more like it did in like the early 2010s, like Man on the Moon 2 / Into Cud period, which again makes sense. It's not as dreary, not as drenched in his own sort of sorrows or his own psychedelic leanings. That would make sense. And Slim, Eminem, he does his thing. I think he sounds weird on the song, personally. I don't think these two match very well together. It's like eating an orange and brushing your teeth. Like, it's an aesthetic that doesn't complement each other very well. You know, Eminem's voice sounds weird. It almost sounds like he's pitch shifted up a little bit. And his verse is all over the fucking place. You know, I feel like Cudi doesn't really have much he's presenting to the table either, but like M is like, he's talking about his come up, and then he's talking about his place in the world, and he's talking about the world at large, he's talking about the pandemic, and he's talking about all this other shit. It's directionless, and it's fucking weird. His flow is awkward over this beat. I don't really like it. And I personally hope it doesn't lead to more. While I really like the prospect of the Scots, I don't like the prospect of the Moon Man and Slim Shady coming together. I think that it's weird. I think that it doesn't work to me. Barring Eminem's, you know, typical brand of lyricism on here, I feel like he and Cudi just don't complement each other in a way that Travis and Cudi did. And while Cudi seemingly is kind of knocking it out of the park with the collaborations these days, this doesn't hit in the same way. And yet it's getting as much promotional rollout as the Scots did. And I really hope that the Scots isn't a buried project, because I couldn't do a whole project with M and Cudi, man. I just think it'd be like oil and water. You know, both dynamics wouldn't complement each other, and the production wouldn't necessarily fit either. You know, that's what made the Scots work so well, is that it's two artists, one inspired the other, and they have this harmonious marriage. You know, it's the same reason why Kids See Ghosts work so well. Cudi and Kanye both have their own intrinsic styles in production, but because Kanye is so all over the map, he really tries just about anything, he melds perfectly with Cudi's brand of sad boy tunes. We'll see what happens. I'm happy Cudi's thriving. You know, I really am. As a dude who got into Cudi in high school, you know, late high school, early college, I got a lot of love for the guy, and I'm happy that he's sort of had this second wave of success post getting help. You know, I'm happy that he's working with a lot of different people and throwing a lot of things at the board. I just think that out of these two, one works really well and one does not. But what do you think of these songs? What do you think of Kid Cudi in general? Do you love Kid Cudi? Do his hums just fill you with warmth like a blanket? You know, do you like these songs? Do you like both of them? Let me know in those comments down below. Which would you rather see? A full project come together? Let me know that as well in the comments down below. But I'm going to get out of here. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like. If you want to see more of my music, gaming, and general notary content, be sure to subscribe. Special thanks to my patrons. If you would like to join their ranks to get early access to content, exclusive content, or to help drive the community, it's linked in the description as well. I'm going to get out of here. I have been Viral Rack. You guys have good days, lives, and situations, and I'll see you another day.